r/AskReddit. Every number 1 dad mug now changes every day to show the actual rankings of dads around the world. Why does your dad deserve the number 1 spot?
Bio dad equals doesn't deserve it, yet did an okay job where he could. Lots of ups and downs, but we're really good friends these days. Stepfather equals 100% deserves it. Dude came into my mother's life when I was almost 10. I was a little crap then, and he tried his very best. As a teen, my bio dad told me I didn't have to listen to my stepdad, so I treated him like total crap when all he was trying to do was make sure I was doing my best in life. He put up with all my crap, all while already having a fully grown daughter from a previous marriage and having my sister with my mother not long after they got together as well. Dude is a saint for trying to get some stupid butt white boy to just be calm and do the very best I can in life. He's a huge black dude from Jamaica who had life 10 times harder than I ever did, and didn't have to sit there taking crap from me almost daily, but he did because he loves my mother. I'm now 32, and have a wife and child of my own now, and have since openly apologized to him for giving him such a hard time when I was a kid, and we're really close as a family now. Edit, typos that made me look stupid, stupider than I already am.
My dad went to prison for gun running.
My dad is number 1 because he raised me all alone when my mom dropped me on his doorstep when I was a baby. He struggled for many years, but I never wanted for anything. He taught me how to box, how to play sports, taught me that girls kick butt, stood by my side mistake after mistake, and loved me unconditionally for 30 years. He butted away 7 years ago and I miss him every day. Side note, he was also a total badbutt with 30 tattoos, long hair and an awesome beard. Total biker dude who scared the crap out of everyone but was a teddy bear.
It's gonna weird when some guy's plain mug suddenly shows a father ranking for him.
As someone else said, he doesn't. But he doesn't have to be. He's still a good dad, but he's also a human who's made mistakes, up to and including in his parenting. And I love him anyway and forgive him for anything he's done wrong, just like he loves me and forgives me for all the things I've done wrong.
He's there for me when I need him. He'll help me with all my technology troubles and stuff. He's also really cool and chill. I appreciate him a lot.
He doesn't.
Dude fudged my mom.
He's fudging awesome. He's probably the strongest person I know, and has sacrificed a ton to give my mother and me the best possible life. He's human and has his flaws, but character-wise, he really is what I think a family man should be. I'm gonna go call him now.
Because when my grades were very bad and while seeing the result I can see in his eyes he hoped for better but didn't say a word. I was super upset after that and he saw me and asked, "Why is your face so down?" I told him about the obvious and he said, "Chill, don't be sad, it was just a test. Try getting better next time." This incident always makes my eyes moist even after 8 years.
My dad worked hard for decades for give us the life we live. He slept 3 hours a day for 20 years just for his children. He worked at a hospital at day and at night. He went to work if they called him, don't matter when it was. My dad is my hero in this case.
Because he won the award for instantaneous disappearance.
My dad is number 1 dad because he treats my younger half-siblings like they're his own. He knows their father is a terrible dad and my mum butted away several years ago, but even before then he would buy us all, 6 of us, only 2 his children, really amazing Christmas and birthday presents. They weren't always super expensive but they were always stuff we like, whereas my stepdad didn't bother with me and my sister, and regularly bought his daughters second-hand McDonald's Happy Meal toys, scruffy teddy bears, baby toys or dog toys etc., but buys his son a new laptop, DS, phone etc. Also when my mum butted away, my dad and my stepmum paid for the funeral because my stepdad didn't want to. I couldn't wish for a better dad, or stepmum for that matter. Even though we're adults now, he still does a lot for my sister with Asperger's and is an amazing grandparent to my daughter.
This weekend we were talking about doing the right thing, and how his dad had failed to do so in a major way. He was a lawyer for the church and let the child abuse be covered up. My dad just saw Spotlight and it was really affecting him. Anyway, we were talking about it, and the phrase, "Is this the hill you want to die on?" came up. And Dad said, either you die on that hill or a part of you dies. And in that moment I realized how lucky I am that my dad always does the right thing. He's a guardian ad litem, part-time kindergarten teacher, and a farmer. He is supposed to be retired. His whole life is helping other people. If I can just be like my dad, I'm on the right path.
He at least deserves like number 100 or higher for trying his best to raise my autistic self even though I'm not actually his son.
My dad is number 1 because he never stopped fighting to create a better life for me and my 4 younger siblings. He worked 2 jobs while attending university. Even when he was diagnosed with stage 4 melanoma skin cancer, he refused to give up in showing us how much he loved his wife and children. I am 23 now and it's been 12 years since his butting. He's still the number 1 dad because his influence is still shaping the man and husband I am becoming. I drive every day to make him proud and to be the number 1 son. I look forward to the day when I am able to embrace him again one day and tell him so many stories.
Unlike most dads, his jokes are goddamn amazing.
Because he's my friend. I can laugh with him, I can have a good talk with him, we do things together we like and he supports me. Even though his father died when my dad was 7 and he never had a good connection with his stepdad, we still have a very good connection. He's a superhero, he can disappear for months to even years, he could have invisibility or teleportation.
Well, despite having doubts that I was his biological kid, he stuck around to raise me and took me in after my parents divorced. And it turns out I'm not his bio kid, but he's still there.
I bought the mug, it must do what I say and lie it should.
He would probably deserve it for his patience. He left for the store 17 years ago and still be waiting in that line.
I was born with a congenital heart condition. The doctors told my parents that I probably wouldn't make it and that I would need surgery. Because I was a newborn and in intensive care, my big sister wasn't allowed to come and see me. She had to stay with my grandparents. So while I was hooked up to the ventilator and unconscious, my dad took the time to draw me. He spent about an hour at it and brought it to my sister so that she could meet me. I still have that drawing and I will keep it forever.
He is the biological father to my sister and my stepfather. Not once did I feel like he'd prefer her over me, but always make me feel like he loves us equally and treated us equally.
He fudging don't. Drunk and old.
Because he left. I woulda left too. Fair play, Dad. Fair play.
Mine is pretty okay. He's a pianist, neurotic and quite eccentric. Fights with everyone on family gatherings while getting drunk, but at least he's funny and always provided for the family. He's like number 137,564,900 ranked, I guess.
He let me tell him personal things without punishing me for it.
My father has more love to share than anyone else I know. If you need him, even if you don't know him, he will love you and be there for you. So, for that love, he does not deserve the number 1 spot, for he'd never take it. He'd give it to someone who needs the validation. Even though my father is amazing.
Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe and smack that bell icon to stay up to date on our videos. See you next time.